So, I just interviewed for Amazon. That's stressful. But yeah. So, I just literally, like 14 minutes ago, got off a video call to interview for Amazon. Dude, I was sweat like, I legit never sweated through an interview before. Cause like, we all know Amazon is it's the company that's going into tech, logistics, everything. They have a spaceship. Like, I was sweating like, boy, I stink right now. But I'm gonna give a breakdown of how it went. So, how I got the job. Referral, networking. Listen, don't steal this either. I'm gonna make this a hashtag. But network your net worth. People aren't lying. Like, knew a guy, he was in my fraternity, or I'm in this group, this Facebook group, and someone is already in. Like, I got the job because someone's already in. They referred me to the hiring manager, and I crushed the interview. The interview part is you. You gotta kill that. You need to have your aptitude. You need to know your technical skills and all that. But to get your foot in the door, networking. How I got it. I'm in this Facebook group, and one of the hiring managers for the location I'm in is in the group. I hit him up on LinkedIn. Get a LinkedIn, make a profile, make it professional, network with people, follow people, make posts, comment, like on people's posts, hit a message. Don't always hit a message like, oh, y'all hiring? Like, no, like, talk to people, get to know people on a very small level, and get to know the company. But what I did was reference the guy to the group we was in. He briefly spoke. I said, I'm such and such from this group that we were in. I applied to this job. He said, yeah, give me the job ID. Remember your job ID. Most jobs have job IDs. Gave it to him and my resume. He said, send me your resume. Email the resume. I thought it was BS too. This is where my problem was in networking. I was like, it's not gonna get me anywhere. It's all BS. They're all just talking. It's corporate America. Man, the next day I was expecting, got nothing. Expected email, got nothing. I said, whatever, man. These people are BSing. Day after that, email from Amazon recruiter. Hey, we've initialized the interview from this time. Can you confirm? I said, it's lit. That's about to be crazy. I'm in Fang now. It's on. But there's a whole workup. Like, this is Amazon we're talking about. It's probably going to be the first company to make trillions. Like, as of now, Amazon's the first person. Actually, Amazon is the first $1 trillion company. Do your research. Google that. Yeah, I thought I was on, but there's a whole slew of things you got to do. So here's how it goes. When the recruiter sends you to say, you got to interview for this such and such time, prep. This is what you got to do. Amazon is based off 14 leadership principles. These are 14 things you're gonna have to know, and you're gonna have a scenario that is work related. It can't be college related too. Keep it off personal, keep it work related. It has to be work related that coincides with these 14 core principles. And Amazon does their day-to-day work off of. Everything they do is based off one of these principles, at least one. So you have to study those. The recruiter in the email sends you links to an interview prep guide, and those principles, and a couple of key leadership role individuals like the director of marketing, the director of media devices, the senior VP of work related relations or something like that. I personally was not questioned about anyone. Wasn't questioned about Jeff Bezos. What? Didn't have to know where he was born, where he went to college. They didn't ask me that because I'm an engineer role. If you're a PM or you're doing high level, you might have to know that. But yeah, they send you those links, those guides. Read them. Read the interview prep guide. You might have to do an assessment. The first step is to apply. The next step is assessments. The assessments I didn't have to do for an engineer role, but maybe in logistics, program management, you have to do. There's a little questionnaires you have to do. Get those over with. Boom. Next is familiarization of all the information they gave you. So Look up their steps of the interview guide. I can't go into too much detail. They make you sign an NDA. How about that? There's a non-disclosure agreement with interviewing, not applying, with interviewing with Amazon. You have to sign NDA because there's some things they're gonna tell you about how they work and they can't tell you. So some stuff I can't tell you about how Amazon works, like in their data centers or how they move product. Like, can't tell you none of that. I'm not trying to get jammed or go to jail. But this interview process, I'm telling you, it's all open source. Like when you get the email, they'll tell you. Yeah, so you apply, get the assessments, study the material of the 14 principles, study. There will be Amazon videos. There are videos on YouTube of people already giving this information out. This is not where I'm at. This is not what I'm doing. YouTube it though. Do your research of the 14 principles and already have a workup of what work-related scenario matches up with a specific principle. I'm gonna give you a tidbit. I'm gonna let y'all in. This is what I did. I YouTubed 14 Amazon principles, and I draw a blank on the video where I got this, but there's a guy who literally lists out 20 questions that Amazon would possibly ask you about those leadership principles, and about 2 of them that he asked me for. One of the managers asked me 4 leadership principle questions. 2 of them was actually on that list. So I advise you to YouTube this, look it up. I made a worksheet document of the 14 principles, and then I made another document from the YouTube from the guy who lists the 20 questions of the principles, and then I typed scenarios before, like last night. This is what I was doing, literally. I'm posting this today, but literally that's what I did, and I worked out my scenario so I have it prepped. This Amazon, especially for engineers and coders and system analysts, cybersecurity analysts, listen, we all know, y'all gotta be on top of your game with your technical skills. But with these principles, for the technical people, do not play with it, because 2 people you're gonna interview with. Tidbit, there's the technical part for us, for engineers and cybersecurity, all that. There's a technical interview, and then there's they're gonna have an interview with the manager of the specific team you applied to. Honestly, I bombed the technical interview. I'm pissed at myself because I know this stuff. It's just a matter of recalling. And so there's some questions I blanked. There are questions I skipped. I'm not gonna lie, I skipped a lot of fucking questions, and I'm pissed at myself. But to anybody in the technical field that's worried, you should all know, but a tidbit I can give is, it's not actually getting the answer, it's how analytical you are and how you troubleshoot to get to the question, to get to whatever answer, right? Even if you don't get to the answer, if you blink on an answer, try to give out your troubleshooting process of trying to get to the answer, but then be like, yeah, I don't know. Yes, it hurts to give the I don't know, trust me. But one tidbit I could give is, don't bullshit your way through an answer to try to get to it. Like, that looks bad on your part. For you stalling for time to try to come up with something, you're showing that you literally don't know, and you're trying to throw at the wall. Like, that doesn't look good. Just be like, man, I'm drawing a blank. I know. Try to give an answer around it. Like, I know for IT, there's things like routing and protocols. Be like, I know this protocol, but I don't know how to connect. I'm drawing a blank. Let them know you know. That's the best advice I could give. End of the interview, after I was done with both portions, technical and leadership principle. When people tell you ask questions about the company, they're not playing. Like, ask questions. Like, this job in particular at Amazon is one of FANG. FANG is just a abbreviation word for all the big tech companies that all coders and people want to work for. So I was actually into, like, one big question about Amazon is people would ask, why Amazon? And I think that should be kind of they didn't ask me that, because I think I conveyed to them that I want to work at one of these big tech companies. So the way you can evade that, maybe, don't take my word for it. I'm not dying on this hill. But if you show true passion for tech and for IT and coding, and they could tell you want to work at Amazon, they might not ask you. They didn't ask me. But for the why Amazon question, they might ask you that because they don't get a sense of you won't want to work here. Like, they might get a sense of you're just hopping on the Amazon train. Everyone wants to work at Amazon in every field. So if they ask you that, you really got to blow them away. And honestly, you can say it's cheesy. You need to speak from the heart. Like, you need to figure out if you really want to work for Amazon for personal reasons, or you align with Amazon, or like you just hop on the train for benefits and money. And if you are, whatever, get it. Try to have the gift of gab and fake the funk. Fake it till you make it, man. It's hard out here. It's during the pandemic. But that question. And then back to my original point. Ask them questions. I am super, like I said, I'm in the FANG. I want to be at one of those companies. My dream goal company is Microsoft, and I'm gonna work at Microsoft as a coder, believe that. But I'm actually interested in Amazon. Amazon is one of FANG, and in tech, if you're a coder, FANG is a revolving door. People that work at Microsoft work at Amazon. People who work at Amazon work at Google. People who work at Google work at Netflix. So people are always bouncing from those tech companies. So I'm actually interested in getting to Amazon because it might get me to somewhere else. Ask those questions. Ask how Amazon works. I can't tell you anything because of the NDA. But ask how Amazon works. How's the culture at where you're at? How is the work-life balance really? One of the fantasies of FANG or these tech companies is so lax, and you go to work, you work in a sleep pod, and you're just sitting chilling, and you go to lunch whenever you feel like it. Not exactly. Like the coders, the software programmers and cyber, kind of like that, but it's not always like that all the way through Amazon. Yeah, but yeah, ask those questions. Actually show interest, show a spark, be lively, make a little banter, you know what I'm saying? Having the managers laugh or whatever. It's good. It's not gonna guarantee you the job, but just, look personal, feel personable through, this is COVID, but feel personal through the lens. Feel like you're a good person to work with on the team every day. I felt like I did that. I felt like I accomplished that.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my experience. I interviewed with Amazon, and to be honest, if y'all really want to know, I don't know if I got it. But I checked off something on my bucket list. Like, I interviewed for one of FANG. And if you're a coder in the IT space, all of us, we're all trying to bust down that door. And I made that's kind of an accomplishment. I got my foot in the door, man. And so got over my anxiety. I feel a little better. If I get the job, of course, I'll make another video. I'll be back. Yeah, I can't give you guys any links to any of the assessments or the things like that. Once again, I signed a contract. But they're saying of videos on YouTube. Look up videos on YouTube. Do your research even before you get the interview. Like, if you're gonna apply, start researching. I bombed this technical interview because it did come pretty quick. I thought it was gonna come next day, but I didn't do. I'm still studying some IT stuff, but I only prepped for like maybe 50 hours. You know what I'm saying? 60 hours before this interview, and I wasn't really prepped for the technical interview. Prep, man. For one of FANG, this is different. Amazon, Microsoft, Google. These are different beasts. These are beasts that you have to study for like it's a class for this interview. I'm telling you, don't play around with it. But that's it, man. Thank you for watching through to the end. For anyone who did, I just felt like, honestly, to be honest, everyone in their mother, brother, sister, cousin has these videos. I just want to give my take. Hopefully you guys attain some type of knowledge or some type of insight of how you can go about your interviews. Thank you for watching. If you watch all the way through to the end, thank you. Y'all know the usuals, what every YouTuber says. Do that. All my links are in the description. Hope y'all have an amazing day. Peace.